All right, music fans, fans of the truth, welcome back again. Harmless Dave here, talking again about something that's sudden and unexpected and doing it in real time for a couple of real people out there, just like you and just like me. Again, thanks to Scotty T, who sends me these almost every day. If if that doesn't look, there are people who harass me, they find me, and they say, "You have no evidence." Okay, well, you have no evidence to the contrary. How's that? How's that for a comeback? You have no. So what is this then? That would be my other question. It just, people just die randomly. Okay, country rock singer Susie Mojo dies unexpectedly after scary medical episode. And they're even using language to provoke. They are. What's a scary medical episode? Can you be a little bit more specific? What's a medical? You could have a good medical episode, right? The doctor could give you something and you could feel better. That would be a medical episode. But this is a scary medical episode. All Elite Wrestling AEW. I know nothing about wrestling, so forgive me. Music producer Mickey Ruckus recently announced the passing of Susie Monk Johnson, also known as Susie Mojo Johnson, a talented singer and songwriter, the voice behind the original theme song used by professional wrestler Toni Storm during her time in the AEW. On May 29th, Ruckus took to X Twitter to express his condolences and pay tribute to the late musician. I am saddened to learn that Susie Monk Johnson, aka Susie Mojo, singer on Toni Storm's theme, Watch What's Next, has passed away. Humble and kind, she was a local musician from my area. She leaves behind a husband and 2 daughters. My heartfelt condolences, he wrote. A GoFundMe has been set up for Johnson's family, but revealed more details about the medical episode behind her unexpected demise. All right. So nobody thought she was going to die. This was totally unexpected. Early Friday morning, Susie was sleeping in the living room with her 2 daughters. She had been battling severe allergies and minor breathing problems when she started coughing and experienced a medical emergency. She went into cardiac arrest. So here's the medical emergency. It's not just an episode. She went into cardiac arrest and stopped breathing. Noting then she was rushed to the hospital. The neurologist said there was severe brain damage and swelling because she went without oxygen for so long. And then I'm pretty sure the daughters were there to witness all of this. They ran CT scans and extensive testing for 88 hours. Susie battled but showed no signs of improvement. At only 47 years old, folks, Susie passed away. They say she passed away to heaven last night. Johnson's contributions to the world of music extended beyond her work with AEW. She was the lead vocalist and songwriter for the country rock crossover duo Dreamhouse FX and a member of the Nashville Songwriters Association International. She was very plugged in to Nashville. Her unique voice and songwriting skills made her a beloved figure in the music community. Although Storm has since changed her entrance music and gimmick, Johnson's legacy lives on through her work. The song Watch What's Next is currently being used by Storm's protege, Mariah May, who adopted the theme and ring gear. So we're getting into all this specific stuff about AEW. Johnson's music had considerable impact on the wrestling world. Her powerful vocals and catchy melodies helped elevate the entrances of the wrestlers she worked with, creating memorable moments for fans around the world. The GoFundMe for her family notes that they didn't have time to financially prepare, obviously, for the sudden loss, and she has no medical or life insurance, meaning the costs fall to them. The hope of this GoFundMe is to aid in handling the affairs of the loss and eliminate financial stress so her daughters and husband will be able to process their grief. I just can't imagine. As the news of her passing spread, fans and colleagues alike took to social media to express their grief over her death and share their memories of the talented artist. Many praised her kind and humble nature, noting that she was not only a gifted musician, but also a wonderful human being. Man, this is sad, wrote one user. She did a great job for this theme. May she rest in peace, and may my condolences go to her family. Another commented, very heartbreaking to hear. I did re-listen to Watch What's Next to dedicate Susie earlier tonight. What a voice. What a beautiful singer she was. A poster who claimed to be one of Johnson's cousins wrote, she was a good person inside and out. She will she always had a smile on her face. She will be missed forever. And that's the end of it. Not one mention of wonder what caused this. Nobody cares to know, I guess. Nobody, it's I because when you read this, okay, she started coughing, went into cardiac arrest, and then stopped breathing. Does any of this make sense? And again, the one thing that all of these have in common is they're heavy on what this person did, who they were, and not at all until there's no investigation going to be launched. There's no autopsy that I'm hearing about, which would be appropriate to get to the bottom of, is there something in her blood? Is there? Because there's a ton of speculation about this out there. Wouldn't people want to know why this 47-year-old passed away? Well, Dave, people have heart attacks. Funny, because somebody sent me an article from Twitter about how women under 50 now are experiencing heart attacks. And that was never a thing for women. And here we are with a 47-year-old who experienced a heart attack. Look, folks, if you don't want to connect dots, if you want to put your head in the sand, I debate people, I argue with people, and I'm like, so you really don't care why this is happening. You don't care. And it couldn't be because of that wonderful, safe, and effective, and people hate when I say this, because some people actually went out and did this. There is somebody who confronted Dr. Naomi Wolf, who I follow over on Twitter, and said that he had done this 8 times, and that because she was against this, she was causing millions of people to die. She was causing the people to die, not the guy who did this 8 times. I'm sorry. Either this is causing it, or there's some other random thing going on in the world. Some people will say it's climate change, right? That's a good one. That one makes me laugh. Could be racism, right? Racism. Could be, just too much sunlight getting through, and this is causing a chain reaction. Or it could be this product they introduced trying to fix a problem that most likely they caused in the first place. Gain of function, right? Gain of function. Well, yeah, we need to put an end to that. So we're going to create something to stop that gain of function. You know what, folks? I think we're all on borrowed time. Yeah, you, me, we are all on borrowed time. Hug your children, hug your spouse. When you wake up, look at the sky, look at the stars at night. Watch the sunset, watch the sunrise. Be grateful for the food that you eat, the clothes that you wear, the car that you drive, the air that you breathe, right? Because we're all on borrowed time. Based on this, hey, 47, you could be next, right? Anyway, if this issue isn't important to you, I know politics right now is very important to people, this presidential election. And what I like to say is, meanwhile, back in the real world, this is what's happening. Again, thanks to Scotty T who sent this over. Um, After a while, I'm going to say, could you not send one every day? Could you skip a few days and not send this to me? Because I've got other people that are sending me these. I had the country singer, I think, was 34 the other day. So 34, 47, and it appears that the doctors don't seem to want to get to the bottom of it, right? The doctors should have formed a task force after two or three of these occurred to try to figure out, okay, what's happening here? There seems to be a trend. We need to get to the bottom of this. What could be causing this? It can't just be about money. If this is about money, then we are really just a lost cause as human beings. We are just a lost cause. Our civilization, you know what? It deserves what it gets at this stage. If we can't find out why this is happening and then address it, then we don't deserve anything. We're going to go the way of the Roman Empire or whatever, and we deserve it. That's the problem. So, that's about all I have to say. You know, some of these, when you read them, you're like, it's got to be. This has got to be something related to that. That's your instinct, right? Prove it wrong. Like I always say in these, prove me wrong. Go and do, a week later, it'll be determined that, something. They may create something to cover for this in a couple of weeks. Now, this has nothing to do with privacy either, because the family, they need help. So they're putting it out there that they need help. Go fund me. Go check out their page if you want to help out. I mean, I think there should be, who is it that should pay for all of this? Who do you think should pay for all of this? Pharmaceutical company? They should pay for it. Yeah, I mean, and that's the least they can do. Most of these people, if it turns out that this is being caused by what they did, these people should be in jail. And we had this thing called the Nuremberg trials. And, we should have a Nuremberg 2 if this is able to be proven. And nobody seems to want to try to prove it. So anyway, I'm not going to stop doing this. Not going to stop. I'd like to take a break, though. I'd like to slow down and not talk about it every day. But here we are again.